Let me ask you a question. Has Seiko gotten too comfortable? Because today I'm looking at a watch that costs less than $400, yet it gives you a ceramic bezel, sapphire crystal, fully lume bezel, sandwich style, female end links, an on-the-fly clasp, and some of the brightest lume you'll find anywhere in the industry. So why are we still accepting less from some of the bigger brands? This is the Zelos Swordfish 40 with the jade dial, and after spending some time with it, I honestly think Zelos is building a better dive watch than Seiko right now. And that's a pretty bold statement coming from someone who owns and reviews a lot of Seikos. Before we jump into the watch itself, let's talk a little bit about Zelos. Zelos was founded in Singapore, and over the years, the brand has earned a reputation for giving enthusiasts ridiculous value for the money. Meteorite dials, forged carbon, titanium, bronze, stone dials, and some of the best lume in the business have become Zelos' trademarks. The downside is that almost every release sells out quickly, so actually getting one can sometimes be the hardest part. The Swordfish has been Zelos' quintessential dive watch for years, and this latest generation introduces several refinements while keeping the price surprisingly reasonable. The watch uses a 40mm 316L stainless steel case and measures 46mm from lug to lug, comes in at only 12mm thick, and uses a 20mm lug width. On my 6 and 7/8 inch wrist, this thing wears just about perfectly. It's compact, balanced, and incredibly comfortable. Honestly, these are the proportions I wish more dive watches had. The watch with the unsized bracelet does weigh 177 grams, so it definitely has some heft to it. Personally, I wouldn't mind if it was a little lighter, but the trade-off is that the watch feels extremely solid and well constructed. The case finishing is outstanding for the money. Zelos combines sharp angular surfaces with rounded transitions in a way that gives the watch a very modern tool watch aesthetic. The brushing is crisp, the polishing accents catch the light beautifully, and even the way the bezel integrates into the case looks intentionally designed rather than generic. One design element I especially love is the angular machining on the inside of the bezel. It gives the watch a much more technical instrument-like appearance. Protecting the dial is a flat sapphire crystal with inner AR, and the clarity is excellent. In certain lighting, the crystal almost disappears, letting the dial become the center of attention. Around the outside sits a fully lume ceramic bezel. That means you get the scratch resistance of ceramic while also gaining another layer of lume. The 120-click unidirectional bezel has a very crisp, audible action with virtually zero backplay, and honestly it feels better than many bezels on watches costing significantly more. The signed 6.4mm screw-down crown is equally impressive. It's smooth to operate, easy to grip, and helps provide 200 meters of water resistance, making this a legit dive watch rather than simply looking like one. Now let's talk about the star of the show, the jade dial. Most green dials are simply painted green. This isn't. Zelos is using genuine jade stone, and when the light hits the dial, you can actually see the natural texture and variation in the material, so no two dials are exactly alike, so every watch has its own character. The sandwich style construction adds even more depth by recessing the lume beneath the upper dial layer, giving the watch a dimensional look that photographs honestly struggle to capture. Then Zelos added subtle red accents on the seconds hand and bezel pip, which tie everything together beautifully. Even though the dial is green, those little pops of red mean you can have some fun with straps. I threw it on a red FKM rubber strap and I think it looks fantastic. If green isn't your thing, Zelos also released several other dial variations such as the Slate, Neon, Flux, Arctic, Amber, and Holo, each offering a completely different personality while keeping the same excellent platform. Speaking of lume, this is where Zelos reminds everyone why they're famous. The company uses generous applications of Superluminova C3 and BGW9, depending on the model, and this watch glows like a flashlight. The sandwich style glows, the ceramic bezel glows, and everything just glows. Honestly, this blows most Seiko dive watches out of the water, and that's saying a lot. Inside beats the reliable Seiko NH35 automatic movement. And yes, even though I'm saying Zelos is building a better watch than Seiko, they're still using one of Seiko's greatest movements. The NH35 beats at 21,600 vibrations per hour, features 24 joules, offers offers approximately 41 hours of power reserve and includes both hacking and hand winding. It's extremely reliable, easy to service, and replacement parts are available everywhere. Sometimes the best movement isn't the fanciest one, it's the one that simply keeps working for years without drama. So, turning the watch over, you get a nice clean flat case back that keeps the overall design simple and purposeful with a nice little motif. The bracelet is another area where Zelos absolutely nailed it. It tapers naturally around the wrist thanks to the female and links. The finishing is beautiful and sizing it is done with screws instead of pins. It also includes quick release spring bars, making strap changes incredibly easy. The updated on-the-fly adjustment clasp is one of my favorite features on the entire watch. Instead of opening the clasp every time you want to make an adjustment, Zelos uses an external push button that lets you extend or shorten the bracelet instantly. The action is buttery smooth, incredibly easy to use, and even the button itself carries the Zelos logo. It's such a classy little detail. The company also offers versions with DLC coating, which is a diamond-like carbon treatment that provides additional scratch resistance while giving the watch a stealthy, darker appearance. Small details like that make the swordfish feel far more complete than most watches in this price range. To top it all off, the watch arrives in a really nice travel case and includes a steel warranty card, completing an already impressive package. So let's go back to the question we asked at the beginning: has Seiko gotten too comfortable? After handling hundreds of watches on this channel, if you handed me the Zelos without telling me the price, I'd probably guess somewhere in the $600 to $800 range. That's how well executed it feels. The case finishing is excellent, the bracelet is outstanding, the bezel is crisp, the lume is ridiculous, the J-dial is genuinely special, and the overall level of refinement is far beyond what I expected for around $399. So if someone gave me $400 today and told me to choose between a new Seiko diver and this Zelos swordfish, I buy the Zelos every single time. The only real downside is that getting one may be difficult because Zelos watches tend to disappear almost as soon as they're released, but if you can get your hands on one, I honestly think this is one of the most complete dive watches you can buy for the money. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Am I crazy for saying Zelos is building a better watch than Seiko right now? Or do you agree? I hope you guys enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. As always, be safe out there and stay humble.